There are certain laws of nature you don't break. Gravity, thermodynamics, and the unspoken rule that your mother doesn't date your fiancé. But my mother, Diane, never cared much for rules. Look at them, the happy couple popping the blue balloon. The man is Ryan. 3 months ago, he was engaged to me. The woman holding her baby bump is Diane, my mother. They think this is their victory lap. They think they've won the social war. They think I'm here to make peace, to be the supportive daughter. They don't know that I'm not here for the cake. I'm here for the projector. You see, the title of this story is My Fiancé Got My Mom Pregnant. And that's true, or at least that's what they think is true. But the second part of the title is It Got Worse. And trust me, it's about to get so much worse. Because that baby bump my mother is cradling, I bought it on Amazon. And that rich, successful fiancé she stole from me, he's currently wanted in 3 states for wire fraud. They spent the last 6 months conning each other, but today I'm the one cashing out. To understand why I burned my family tree to the ground, you have to meet the players. I'm Chloe, an architect. My mother, Diane, is a former beauty queen who never got over the fact that the crown had to be returned. She resented that I had the youth and the money she felt she deserved. She didn't want to be my mother. She wanted to be my sister. Then there was Ryan. Ryan was the dream. He was a tech consultant. Handsome, attentive, and incredibly patient. I thought he was a saint. I didn't realize he was scouting the competition. It happened 4 months ago. I came home early and found them at the kitchen table, Ryan holding Diane's hand, Diane crying performative, pretty tears. She said, "We didn't plan this. Love just happens." Ryan told me I was too rigid, that my mother had a fire I didn't have. My mother actually smirked at me. She said, "He needs a woman, Chloe, not a project manager." I kicked them out. I thought losing my fiancé to my mother was the worst thing that could happen. I was wrong. 2 weeks later, Diane posted a photo on Instagram, a positive pregnancy test, at 46 years old. Ryan moved into my childhood home, the house my father left to Diane, which was supposed to pass to me if she remarried. They became the town spectacle. Ryan even texted me, saying he hoped I could be an adult and be a great big sister to the baby. I blocked him, but I didn't block the rage. The rage clarified things. I started digging. I'm an architect. I look for structural weaknesses. And Ryan had cracks in his foundation you could drive a truck through. He claimed to be a wealthy investor, but when I looked at our old shared bank statements, I noticed small transfers going to a garrison commissary, a prison commissary fund. Ryan wasn't sending money to investments, he was sending money to an inmate. I hired a private investigator. He found out that my ex-fiance's name wasn't Ryan Sterling, it was Ryan Stover, a grifter wanted for identity theft. He targeted women with inheritances. He had targeted me because of my trust fund, but when he realized I controlled my own finances, he pivoted to the easier mark, my mother. Diane had access to my father's life insurance payout. Ryan didn't love Diane. He loved her liquidity. But here was the kicker. When I dug into Diane's finances to see how much he had stolen, I found out she was broke. She had burned through the money years ago. So we had a con man thinking he'd trapped a sugar mama, and a narcissist thinking she trapped a rich tech bro. They were scamming each other. But what about the baby? The pregnancy was the glue holding their house of cards together. But something was off. In her photos, the bump looked rigid, too high. I called every specialist in the city. No one had a file on her. So I went to the house while they were out. I went straight to Diane's closet. Under the bed, I found it. A large pink box labeled Silicone Maternity Belly, Realistic Feel. She wasn't pregnant. She was menacing. My mother was faking a pregnancy at 46 years old to keep a boyfriend she stole from her daughter. I also found a deed transfer. Diane was planning to sign the house over to Ryan to secure their son's future. Ryan was going to take the house, sell it, and vanish before the 9 months were up. They were planning to sign it at the gender reveal party. I had 24 hours. I called my lawyer and told him to invoke the moral turpitude clause in my father's will. Then I called the police, which brings us back to the party. The blue smoke settled. "A son!" Diane shrieked. "Ryan, we're having a son!" I stepped up to the microphone. "Attention, everyone," I said. "Before we cut the cake, I have a special gift for the happy couple. Since this is a day of revealing truths, let's reveal everything." I clicked the remote. The screen behind them changed to an Amazon receipt. "Item number 1, I announced. Purchase date, August 12th. Sold to Diane Sterling. Item, fake pregnancy belly." The crowd gasped. Diane looked terrified. Ryan accused me of being jealous. "Am I?" I asked. "Mom, why don't you show us the ultrasound?" "Oh, wait, you can't." I walked up to them. "Touch it, Ryan. Really, touch it. The seam." Doubt crept into his eyes. He reached out, and Diane swatted his hand away. That was all the confirmation he needed. He yanked up her shirt. There, strapped around her waist with beige Velcro, was the foam belly. The guests screamed. Ryan screamed, "You lied to me? There's no baby? I signed the lease on the new car based on this." "Oh, don't worry, Ryan," I interrupted. "You have bigger problems than a car lease." I clicked the remote again. The screen changed to Ryan's mugshot and the arrest warrant. Meet Ryan Stover, convicted fraudster, identity thief, and currently broke. Diane stopped crying and looked at him. "Broke? But you said you were paying off my credit cards." "And you said you had a trust fund," Ryan shouted back. "And that," I said, "is the punchline. You're both broke, you're both liars, and you both tried to screw me over to get money that neither of you has." Ryan realized the walls were closing in. He tried to claim the house was marital property, but I pulled out the court order. Dad's will had a clause, I told them. If the surviving spouse engages in fraudulent behavior, the estate passes to the child immediately. Faking a pregnancy to extort a deed transfer counts. The house is mine, Diane. You're trespassing. Ryan bolted. He ran for the back fence and jumped straight into the waiting arms of the police officers my PI had stationed in the alley. Diane stood there, wearing her fake belly, mascara running down her face. She tried to play the victim. "Chloe, he tricked me. I have nowhere to go." I said, "You had the guest house." She looked hopeful. "No," I corrected. "I meant you had the guest house. I'm selling it. You have 24 hours to vacate. I suggest you sell the silicone belly. It retails for $300. That should get you a motel room for a night." Ryan is currently serving 5 years in Nevada. Diane moved in with her sister in Ohio. She still wears the engagement ring Ryan gave her, even though the pawn shop told her it was cubic zirconia. I renovated the house. I erased every trace of them. People tell me I was too harsh. They say, "She's your mother." But family isn't about blood, especially when that blood is toxic. My fiancé got my mom pregnant? No. My fiancé got my mom exactly what she deserved, and she gave him exactly what he deserved. A fake life, a fake fortune, and a very real prison sentence. I'm the only one who walked away with anything real. My freedom. And honestly, that's the best inheritance I could have asked for.